Hey y'all, it's Rose and I'm back with another video, and today I am going to teach y'all everything you need to know about getting a virtual address. I get this question a lot as it relates to your business, so I'm going to give you the do's and the don'ts, and make sure you stay to the end because I'm going to give you my top virtual address company that I use, and you'll also get a coupon code, so make sure you stay to the end. Hey y'all, it's Rose and I'm back with another video, and this video is going to be all about building up your business and structuring it right. I want to give y'all a few updates before I get into the virtual address section because it's important to know a few things about your business. When it comes to building your business up and structuring it so you can get business funding, a lot of things have changed. When the banks start to lose money because people are getting different funding options and they're not paying the money back, the process get more strenuous. They deem certain type of businesses to be high risk, all those type of things. So I want to give y'all a little background of what you should be doing currently to structure your business properly to make sure you are successful in getting funding. First thing out the gate, when it comes to establishing your business, you want to get a LLC. Now, I want to let you guys know, in your state, the price for an LLC can range anywhere from $150 all the way to $300. Normally, some states do have higher fees, but that is the basis of what the cost of your LLC is. When you are setting up your business name, you don't have to put trucking, beauty, hairstylist in your name. You want to just keep it something general, generic. So for example, I would say the Rose Group LLC. That's just a basic name. The same way Walmart, Netflix, you just want to keep it simple because there are a few industries now that are very much considered high risk. I'm going to list out these companies that are considered high risk for you guys. Trucking, real estate, investing. Also, consulting has been added to the list. Credit repair, any type of financial institution where you may be considered competition to a bank can be considered high risk and a conflict of interest for them. So these are just a few that I know off the top of my head that you want to leave that out of your business name. If you are going to have those type of businesses, I understand that, but you may want to use a description of it more of a management purposes, just to make sure you're not messing up any options for you to be able to get funding. So first you get your LLC. We don't want to do any high risk names. We don't want to put all those adjectives in our LLC name. If you do already have an LLC and one of the things that I named is in your LLC name, no worries. All you need to do is contact your Secretary of State directly, and you're going to have to fill out a name change form. They will go ahead and change your LLC name, and then you will need to update all that information with your bank accounts. If you have business credit established, you need to update it everywhere that name is, just so you know. You don't have to start a whole new LLC. Just do the name change. Call them, get on the phone, and say, hey, I want to do a name change. Can you send me the paperwork so I can do that? So that is an alternative if you already have an LLC. So you have your LLC. You want to get your EIN number. That is with the IRS. It is free and you'll get it the same day. Just claiming your business social security number, basically. And then you also want to get a DUNS number. That is going to be with Duns and Bradstreet. You always want to get a DUNS number just so that that is like your other business social in a way, because it's going to help you with establishing business credit, establishing that you have different type of net 30 accounts, which is just trade lines on your business showing that you're paying different vendors, things of that nature. So you'll also want to get your DUNS number. That is also free, and you can get that on Duns and Bradstreet website, and I'll be sure to link that, in the description for you guys as well. So now that we have our business structured, the biggest question I get about the LLC is, should I use my home address? Should I use a virtual address? Should I use a P.O. box? What I've noticed recently is that a lot of Secretary of State's when you're first structuring your LLC, they're not accepting a P.O. box anymore. So I would avoid the P.O. box. If you do use your home address, you do have to be aware that if someone was to look up your LLC address, they would see what your home address is. So for security purposes, you might not want to do that. So if you are looking to do a virtual address, you want to make sure that this virtual address allows you to also receive mail that they can forward over to whatever you want your mailing address to be. And one company that I truly love for that is going to be Alliance. They offer virtual address options. They also offer options if you need to have a small office or even if you wanted to do a shared space. So they have a plethora of different options of what you can do to get started with your virtual address. So they also have options for you to be able to just use a meeting room. So when you get your virtual address, you can also have the option to book a meeting room for a location that may be near you. So let's say you need to meet with a client, you want to have somewhere professional other than Starbucks, you can literally just use your address for those meeting rooms. Like I said, they have co-working spaces, so that means it's an option for you to come somewhere and be able to work. I know for me personally, when it comes to working from home, the walls start to close in after a while. So if you want to have a different space from home where you feel like you'll be more locked in on working, definitely doing the co-working space would be a great option for you. And they have locations all over the United States. So if you guys are interested in signing up with Alliance, I'm definitely going to drop the link for you guys in the description. This is one that, like I said, I really like working with them. They do provide some great things, and they also protect your personal home address. Your personal home address will never be put out anywhere. It's only going to be your virtual address, and they will just forward your mail to whatever you want your personal home address to, where you want your personal mail to come to, or your business mail, whichever. So if you are interested in getting a virtual address, definitely get with Alliance. They also have virtual phone numbers if you wanted to try that option as well. They have a live reception service if you want someone to answer calls for you when you're away. There's so many options with them, and that's really why I like them, because they still have very affordable pricing, even though they have a variety of options for whatever it is that you might actually need. And one thing about me, I love a good option for a virtual address, and just something that's cost efficient within your budget, because a lot of times when we are starting up businesses, everything costs and those dollars can add up. So this option gives you an affordable way for you to be able to get that virtual address that you need. And I'm going to put the pricing for you guys on the screen as well, so you know what those options are and you can kind of decide and make a decision from there. So thank you guys again for joining me. I hope that this helped you with your search on what you want to do with your address, with your LLC. If you have questions, make sure you comment your questions below and let me know in the comments. Say, I made it, so I know you made it to the end of this video. And if you ever need any type of business services, whether it be a consultation about getting business credit and funding, setting up your business credit, just better structuring things, I do offer business consultations. So I'll be sure to add that on the screen and in the description. And until next time, thank you again for hanging with me here at Rose Credit Repair. And don't forget, like, subscribe, comment below if you have any credit questions. I'm going to be answering them myself in the comments. So you know what to do. Until next time.